What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and tonight we just arrived in my fourth country here on my backpacking trip through the Balkans, and we are now in Sofia, Bulgaria. So I decided to come to Sofia because at the end of my trip to Tirana and Albania in general, I saw that there was a service, like a bus tour service that was direct from Tirana to Sofia. It was only $40. The company was Nila Travels. It's not sponsored or anything like that, but I want to shout them out because it was really pleasant. Salem, my bus driver, he was just fantastic. He was a really cool guy. Tried to conversate with me a little bit, even though the English levels weren't exactly the same. He was still really a joyful person to be around. The trip was a little over 8 hours. Even the group that I was with was pleasant. There was one Albanian woman, and then the rest were all travelers, girls from Denmark. And yeah, the trip was really pleasant. Had no issues at border control at both North Macedonia and Bulgaria. I'll have to see. I might have to edit this out, but I'm gonna try to add the actual like animated path from Tirana to Sofia. And yeah, it was about 8 hours and really pleasant. The only thing that I would say, it has nothing to do with the bus company or even the trip itself. I think the trip would be pleasant for the most part if it wasn't raining today. There was a lot of fog through the mountains, and it was just really difficult to navigate. But yeah, again, my bus driver did an awesome job with that, kept up with the pace, and kept us really safe, most importantly. So yeah, I am here at the Hyatt Regency. I decided to book this with points. Long story short, there was actually something really interesting yesterday. Originally, I wanted to come here Wednesday through Friday, but I decided to push it back an extra day, and I'm glad that I did that because I noticed that there was a points difference. For what it's worth, I did book this in points. It cost me 16,000 points for 2 nights here, as opposed to, I can't remember what it was, maybe like 400 something euros, 300 euros for the 2 nights I would have paid in cash. So again, I don't know, at some point I'll make a video about kind of my points redemptions and my war travel redemptions along the way, but that's something that's going to help me, you know, maintain costs, especially in maybe long travel days. Or I don't think I would really get to any place too expensive, maybe if I do end up north. But yeah, the 16,000 points here is a bargain. I'll do a room tour in the morning. I'm just not in the headspace to do it right now. I really don't have much else to show right now. I have no plans for the next couple of days. I just wanted to get in the hotel, get settled, get a good night's sleep. I'm gonna work on some stuff in the morning, probably in the hotel, since I have all my amenities and stuff here, like Wi-Fi. I might even go to the breakfast in the morning. I have to pay for it, but we'll see how I feel. And then for tonight, as we wrap up, I might even go to the rooftop bar. Just kidding, I'm not going to the rooftop bar tonight. It's raining. But I decided to get some authentic Bulgarian cuisine for my first meal. I'm really excited to try it. The reason why I'm eating McDonald's is because it's the first time that I've seen it in 3 weeks. Kosovo, Macedonia, and Albania have no McDonald's. They have a plethora of KFCs and Burger Kings, but no McDonald's. And this isn't unique. This is not the first time I've heard about this, but I did want to try it. Got an unboxing from McDonald's here. This is a big Rosti. I believe this is like a Austria special when you go to McDonald's in Austria. But it's a hash brown, cheese, bacon, burger, and then this, I don't know what bun this is, but it's basically their equivalent of a Big Mac here in like Central Eastern Europe. And then mozzarella sticks, because who doesn't want to buy mozzarella sticks from Mickey D's? So I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna chill, take a shower, and sorry this wasn't more informative tonight. I just really wanted to show you first impressions, how I feel. There's really no impressions. I've only been here in the hotel. I haven't really explored. But yeah, I will catch up with y'all in the morning, and we'll figure out our plans and how we're gonna enjoy Bulgaria. Okay, everybody, we are on Vitosha Boulevard, which is like the main boulevard walking square. There's a bunch of restaurants, even like designer luxury shops here. I sat down to get some, got chocolate baklava, and I don't know what the second thing is. I think it's baklava too, but stopped by a place, looked pretty good. That's one thing. I obviously want to try some Bulgarian dishes while I'm here, but if I can try a couple Turkish items too, because there is a lot of Turkish with the Ottomans, a lot of Turkish influence here in Bulgaria. I would love to try that as well. So I want to try to scavenge around for food. Actually, I think I'm going to stay here at the Hyatt that I'm staying at. I think I'm going to go there one more day. I'm having some problems. I probably shouldn't. This is like me in the future. By this point, these videos will long be uploaded. But I'm having some trouble with the files from Albania. So I kind of sat around in the hotel a little too long today. It's about 3 o'clock right now. I barely got out. So because of that, I definitely want to spend one full day in the city. So I'll probably stay one more day at the hotel. Maybe I'll go, there's a hotel or there's a hostel right down the street called Hostel Mostel that's highly recommended. Maybe I'll go there if I'm trying to save money, but if I just book in all points again, it doesn't really make a difference. But so far, Sofia is lovely. I know a lot of people will give it a bad rap because it's, still a bunch of old school, communist influence, like in terms of the buildings and stuff. But I think it's charming. It's not like Skopje, but there is a lot of like art. There's a lot of like unique buildings and bars and stuff that you could go to as I was walking by. So definitely do like the city so far. And there's like a group of kids looking at me because I'm recording. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and then tonight I want to have dinner at the restaurant at the hotel. And then yeah, we'll see what else would I get into. Again, nothing's really planned. I felt really bad because the other days it was flexible, but I kind of had an idea of what I was going to do during the day. Bulgaria, I just dropped myself here, so I have no clue what I'm going to do. I have no idea when I go to Plovdiv, but I'm just going to try to enjoy it, and I'm going to try my best because it's really cold here. I think it's like 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. So luckily I have all my gear on, so I'm not overly freezing, but it's definitely frigid. So I'm going to try to find some stuff to do for the evening, and I will update y'all when I can. Okay, so I figured I would record really quickly before someone else steps into my car. I have it to myself. I'm going to show y'all a view of it really quick. Yeah, really simple stuff. Kind of reminiscent of most first class trains you'll see. In most places, it's kind of a private carriage with multiple seats, but it is shared, so people can come in and out of it. And yeah, the ride has been really good. For price wise, one way was 13 leva, which is about like $7-ish, I believe. So a really good deal. The ride's been really pleasant, and yeah, no complaints so far. All right, everyone, we made it to the top of this hill. I'm gonna put the name right here because I cannot pronounce it. It's Bunard. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the second half, but we are here. Right above me is the, what is this called? This red soldier of the Red Army, I believe. I wish I was more informed about this stuff sometimes. I just be going up to monuments and hills and I just explore. I just kind of end up here. Anyways, with the nice panoramic view as well of Plovdiv. I got out a little late today. I'm still working on the previous videos, just storage, going back and forth. But about midday, I was like, I need to get out of the house. I need to explore a bit, or the hostel rather, explore a little bit. And I'm making my little bit of attraction runs. This hill is one of the tallest points here in Plovdiv, like I said, with the views. And then we're gonna go to the Roman Theater next. And yeah, just make a little bit of rounds and explore. I know this is technically the first update that I've given here in Plovdiv. I've been here for 3 days now. Tonight will be my third and last night before heading back to Sofia. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite cities that I've been to so far. In fact, I would even dare to say that this is possibly my favorite city of the trip so far. It's just wonderful. The people have been absolutely lovely here. There's a mixed bag. It is leaning a little bit more to the younger demographic, but even, you know, some older folks that I've met here, locals, they've just been absolutely pleasant. The hostel's been lovely. So, you know, refined, very, you know, old school like, I believe. I have the, actually, in fact, I have the keychain for the hostel here that says built in 1868. So the building that I'm staying in is over 150 years old. I had to do the math on that. It's over 150 years old. And yeah, that's just a kind of a summation of the city itself. It's one of the oldest cities in Europe. I'll walk along the pedestrian walkway in a little bit and show y'all, but that's supposed to be, if not still the longest, I believe they just regained the title of longest pedestrian walkway in all of Europe. It's just absolutely stunning to walk through. So many just lively energies and lots of stores and restaurants. The food, oh my gosh. The food has probably been my favorite. Actually, I'm not even gonna say probably. It has been my favorite so far in the Balkans. Bulgarian food is just so rich in flavor. The way that they grill things, you know, the meats are really good. The vegetables are just, you know, they taste clean and just well grown. Even like desserts and stuff. I've tried a couple like tiramisu type things. I don't know if there's like Italian influence in Bulgaria. Oh, also too, the baklava. I tried more baklava while I was here along with Sofia, and yeah, the Turkish influence on food here is absolutely delicious. Yeah, it's just, this is a lovely city. It's so artsy. I should add that I went on a graffiti street art tour yesterday. It was free. There is, not sponsored, but I'll plug it right here. It's called Free Plovdiv Tour. If you come to the city, that is an absolute must, particularly once a week on Sundays. A gentleman named Alex, he's well educated and versed in, you know, all types of graffiti and street art, but particularly, let me slow down and talk, particularly here in Plovdiv. And he gave us such a great breakdown of some of the art that's been created here, how the city's pretty much transformed in the last decade to 15 years. I didn't know this place not too long ago was a little run down, just because throughout all the years of, you know, in the early times of empires coming in and out of here, they kind of just like leave it deserted and distressed, and then the next person comes and picks it up, refines it how they want to, and then they leave it distressed. And now that, you know, Bulgaria has been an official, you know, country for quite a while, Plovdiv was kind of put on the back burner. You know, it's not capital city like Sofia, and they've absolutely recreated this city. It's buzzing. I love it. You can tell the enthusiasm in my voice. It's just nothing I've experienced yet. Even places like an Ohrid or like a Skopje, even like a Berat, those places are all lovely. Tirana, all those places have been lovely in their own regard, but the consistent like energy here in Plovdiv, the creativity, the kindness, it's just flowing through the city, and it's absolutely wonderful. Last night too, I even went into this whiskey bar. I had no plans to really go out, but I walked into this whiskey bar because there is art along the wall that was a part of the graffiti tour, See how everything connects here. And a gentleman by the name of Nicholas, who is partly runs the bar, he was an absolute treat to talk to. We just shared our nerd loving for whiskey, talked about so many different types of, cultures as well. And that's what I'm looking for on this trip. I'm just looking to engage with people, not hear their life stories per se, but, just dig a little bit deeper as to why they've kind of chosen, or maybe not even chosen, how they've kind of, aligned themselves with the environment that they're in. And this gentleman here, he's traveled all over the world to be a mixologist and a bartender. He came back to Plovdiv. There was a great opportunity for him, and he said this is the happiest he's ever been. So hearing stories like that, again, is what makes this trip so worth it to me. And I just want to keep exploring as much as I can. But these are the moments where, what's to say, the next few stops that I take are duds. I don't think they will. I'm really excited for the next part of the trip that's planned in my head. But if this, let's say this is the peak of the trip, I would be absolutely satisfied with that. So I'm going to go now to the Roman Theater, and I'll catch you all in a little bit. Okay, so we're not in the particular theater portion, but in the direct stadium. Show you right here. The ancient stadium of Philippopolis. And this is really cool because this dates literally to 1st century AD. And this is the dwelling spot. Man, I hope I don't get copyrighted. But this is the dwelling spot for Marcus Aurelius and his adopted father, Antoninus Pius, and his adopted stepfather, Hadrian. So really cool. It's a cool callback to everything that I've kind of learned and studied. I'm rereading Seneca right now, Letters from Stoic, but I've read Meditations several times in my life. I've tried to implement many Stoic principles, and to see this right here is a really kind of full circle moment in a way. So yeah, and it's really cool how this is just kind of been built around the new city center. So really interesting how, I'm really concerned about the copyright. This is the first time I've been in a place with music. Okay, I went ahead and stepped to the back because I was concerned about the copyright. But anyways, like I said, full circle moment for me, considering the stuff that I've read about, Marcus Aurelius and ancient Rome and the Stoics and so on and so forth. So really cool to sit in the same place that maybe Marcus Aurelius once sat. And it really shows how, if there is really important and worthwhile elements to history, how we can take an effort to preserve them and have them kind of stretch into the modern day and just be a remembrance of what the world used to be. So it was really cool for me. I'm gonna head back up now. I'm gonna try to find the actual theater, but if not, then maybe we'll start wrapping up the day. And that's actually gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for your time. I have one more video coming out about Sofia, but I will see y'all in the next country, which is Budapest in Hungary. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all there.